Hello, welcome back for the checkerboard build, the final chapter. We're going to wrap it up today. In today's video, we're going to cut the splines material, glue the splines into the frames for the top and the bottom. We're going to attach the case to the bottom. We'll put together the drawer. Busy day. But we'll wrap it up. I'm glad you've watched the first two. If you hadn't, there'll be links in the bottom and on the screen where you can catch those two videos. So, with that, let's go to cutting the splines for the tops and the bottoms. Have my spline jig set up on my table saw. We're ready to cut the splines in the frame here in the 45s. To better support these mitered corners. Spline jigs work really nice. We're going to glue up the case, and I'm going to use these Rockler 90-degree angles to get it square, and then I'm going to use a band clamp to pull it tight. Splines are really necessary here because we're gluing end grain to end grain. And end grain really soaks up glue. (27 5/8) both directions. So we're square. We'll let that sit to dry, and then we can cut the splines. Now I have my Rockler thin stock jig set up to where the distance between this bearing and the saw blade is just almost exactly the width of the kerf that we cut. This is to make this material to go into the splines. Just bump the fence up against the bushing. We have our splines cut. Now we're ready to glue them in. I'm going to do it 2 corners at a time. Okay, that's that for the top. I'll repeat the process for the bottom, and then we'll trim them up. Okay, just a little light sanding will get these splines back down flush. As you can see, I've installed these 1/2-inch diameter rare earth magnets. I drilled a 31/64 hole and then kind of wallowed it out a little bit so it's a real tight fit, and I'll put some epoxy in it, but this will sit right here. I'm going to pre-drill for these little screws. The way this will work is once this is positioned, as this drawer is put in, see, pretty firm. Nice little closing feature. I'm going to go ahead and cut the pocket holes and install this, and then you can see how it will work. So that's how the drawer will work. Okay, to fasten the case down to the bottom, because there's a drawer here and this won't be seen, I'm going to use pocket hole screws along the sides. But then to attach the top, I'm going to use 1/4-inch dowels. I'll drill our holes here around the perimeter, 3 on that side, 3 on the back, 3 on this side. And then using the little centering guides, I'll mark the top. But first of all, let's drill the 1/4-inch holes that will eventually support the dowels in the sides. Have the drill press set up for the depth that I want. It's just a matter of drilling the holes. I'm going to put on the first coat of poly. Alright, it is time to attach the case to the bottom. I'm going to do that with just standard pocket hole screws. And I've marked off, if you remember I said that there's a 3/4 inch overhang front and back on both sides. I've got that marked with pieces of tape. Now, in order to properly position the top, which is going to be held down with dowels and glue, remember I pre-drilled for the dowel holes, I'm going to use these little squares and just position the top where I've got the same overhang, and then mark one hole here on the front, and I'll mark one hole here on the back to begin with. Okay, yeah, there's our marks. There's our mark there, and there's our mark there. Okay, the two that we just marked are here and in the opposite corner here. I've got my 1/4 inch bit marked with the depth that I need with a piece of tape, so I'm just going to drill a real shallow hole. I'm only going to do this once and then I'll repeat for the rest, but I won't do those on camera. Now I'll just apply the glue to the dowel holes in the top. I'm going to set this unit on bench cookies to get it up off the table so I can put clamps on it. Rockler bench cookies really come in handy sometimes. At this point of the video, I want to break in for two reasons. One, to express my appreciation. This will be the last time you'll see me on this video. Thanks for watching the series. We hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've picked up something in it. We've had a lot of different techniques that we've used that can be applied to other aspects of woodworking, so maybe you've picked one up. Also, where we cut off in that last scene, the next logical step would be to glue that top onto the case using those dowels. And of course I did that, but I didn't realize I'd taken a break in between where it stopped and doing that, and when I came back out didn't realize, didn't turn the camera back on. But there's you can imagine it was pretty easy the way we were locating that top onto the case using those dowels. Well, we got all 1, 2, 3, 4, about 9 dowels placed. You saw me glue the dowels in to the top. Then it was just a matter of putting glue around the perimeter of the case and on the top where I had it taped off when I put finish on it. And then applying the top with the dowels, locating it so that we had the 3/4 inch overhang all around to match the bottom. And then I just clamped it up overnight. That's what happened. I apologize for not seeing it, but I didn't realize I didn't have that video until I started editing. So now that completes the project. In the next few shots after this, you'll see the finished product. And once again, I appreciate you joining, watching. All my social media information will be down in the description. And if you've enjoyed this, we ask you to give us a thumbs up, like our video, leave us a comment. I love interacting with you guys. You guys teach me something with your comments. Also, if you're a first-time watcher, subscribe to our channel so that you can see more things coming on. LLS, I've been calling it. Like, leave us a comment, and subscribe. Thanks a lot, and until next time, work safe. Now, a few closing shots.